chili dogs.
Regardless of your opinion on Sonic, you can't deny that his film series is a success, with both Sonic the Hedgehog and Sonic the Hedgehog 2 both reaching over $300 million in the box office. But besides the two Paramount films, Sonic has a sizable history in film. Today, I'll go through Sonic's movie history and talk about Sonic's appearances in other movies. I'll also discuss scrapped movies, fan films, and the OVA. To make this simple, I'm not just going to discuss cameos that just involve Sonic merchandise. I'll only really discuss the time Sonic appears as a character, rather than a shirt, action figure, video game, or whatever. So with that being said, let's begin. The Sonic OVA, or Sonic the Hedgehog the Movie, was released in North America in 1999 by ADV Films. Sonic and Tails have to defeat Metal Robotnik, he's called Black Robotnik in the original Japanese release, who has kicked out the actual Robotnik from his home, the Land of the Darkness, until it's revealed that it was actually a ploy by Robotnik, who has kidnapped the president's daughter, plans to marry said daughter, and destroy the Land of the Sky. That's where the Sonic people live. Metal Sonic is also created, and tries to become the one true Sonic after getting Sonic's DNA. Knuckles also isn't the guardian of the Master Emerald, instead he's a treasure hunter, which isn't really that bad. While technically not a film, just 2 episodes back to back, it shows that a Sonic movie is possible and can be surprisingly great. Given how Sonic didn't have that much lore back then besides the core Genesis games and Sonic CD, it amazes me what they were able to do with limited resources. Feeling like a Sonic movie was an obligation, MGM and Sega of America, with approval of Sega of Japan, made Sonic Wonders of the World, with the script written by Richard Jeffries. Josh Pinsky has to finish a report, so he goes to his divorced dad's house. Hal, an unemployed computer scientist and father of Josh, is doing research for his invention, XRI, a supercomputer. XRI stands for Extremely Radical Intelligence and has the ability to project virtual reality, like Facebook. Hal has to go get milk, leaving Josh with the XRI. Josh tries to use the XRI for his schoolwork, and when that doesn't work, he decides just to play Sonic Extreme. Yes, the movie was planned to be a tie-in to Sonic Extreme. Jesus Christ. And since Josh connected the Sega Saturn with his XRI, Sonic gains a will of his own and jumps out of the XRI, and becomes a CGI man. Both Josh and Sonic soon become fast friends. Sonic starts to lose his powers and ruins the apartment and causes several car crashes. During the commotion, Dr. Robotnik and his badniks then escape the XRI and go out to take over Earth, with Sonic unable to stop him. Hal then returns to the swamps of Dagobah with his ex-wife and start to have a big argument over the mess. And despite having a failure of a marriage, they both agree that Josh caused the mess, despite the culprit being Sonic. Josh is then taken to his mom's house per custody laws and leaves Sonic behind at his dad's house. Sonic, being a stalker, tracks down Josh and they both devise a plot to find the Chaos Emeralds to stop Robotnik. The Chaos Emeralds on Earth are in rocks, so they have to crack open rocks, and after finding a Chaos Emerald, Sonic gets his powers back. Josh then uses the Chaos Emeralds to finish his schoolwork. Sonic then stops Josh, telling him to not use the Emerald's power unless he can master it. During this, Robotnik starts Shady Corporation and buys an abandoned amusement park, renaming it to Robotnik Land Amusement Park. He kidnaps some kids and turns them into bully bots and orders the bots to look around the park and find the Chaos Emeralds. Robotnik then finds Hal. With Hal being a broke man with a broken life, he becomes Robotnik Land's main research and development designer. And by using XRI, he creates a totally tubular virtual reality game the kids are amazed by. Josh and Sonic soon find out that the ride is a ploy to kidnap kids and make them look for the Chaos Emeralds. And after further inspection, they discover Robotnik is using the Chaos Emeralds and XRI to turn the world's natural landmarks into the metaverse, so people won't have to pay to see the actual places. Robotnik finds out and captures a weaker Sonic, and with Josh barely escaping. When Josh gets home, he devises a plan to turn everything back to normal, and send Dr. Robotnik back into Sonic Extreme. The climax has Josh activating XRI and sending himself, Sonic, and Dr. Robotnik and the Badniks into Sonic X-Treme. And after getting his powers back, Sonic quickly foils Robotnik's plans. Sonic decides to stay in his world so he can always stop Eggman's schemes, and bids Josh a goodbye. Josh is taken back to his home, and he tells Hal that he'll remove XRI from the game soon. But before that, Sonic looks at the camera and winks as the film ends very cheesy. This film faced the same problems as the OVA, as it didn't have enough lore at the time to make a Sonic movie. But rather than expand on it like the OVA, this film takes Sonic out of his world. The film itself seemed like it would have been a fun but cheesy film, but unfortunately MGM backed out. Sega of America tried to pitch this to DreamWorks, but they ain't taking that, they're working on Shrek. And also Sonic's declining popularity. And then, the movie was cancelled. The late Ben Hurst, a SatAM writer, attempted to pitch a continuation for the show in 2002. Ben talked with someone at Deke Entertainment about his plans, and Deke Entertainment gave Ben the name of a Sega executive who wanted to talk with him more about this idea. I also kept messing up recording this because I kept saying Segutive, like that's an actual word for Sega executives. Unfortunately, the slimy rat Ken Pender soon caught wind of SatAM's conclusion, and how said conclusion could help with storylines for the games. Despite Hurst telling Penders that he could work on the movie, Penders lied to Sega saying that Hurst was trying to co-opt the series. Sega then fired Hurst from the project, giving Penders the opportunity to pitch his own Sonic movie. Sonic Armageddon. Sonic Armageddon doesn't have a set plot as before, but from what fans have gathered, the plot seems to be that Mobius blew up and Sonic and company are dealing with the aftermath. I also don't see people bring this up, but the plot of Sonic Armageddon is strangely similar to the Laura Sue Chronicles, a comic created by Ken Penders in which legally distinct Mobius blows up, with legally distinct Knuckles and his family living through the aftermath. Sonic Armageddon also brought us this amazing pitch trailer.
They said it was just a video game, but I knew better. After all, my dad's job was to search for life on other planets. Although many versions of the events he witnessed made their way out into the media, that was just security doing its job. Like who could keep a secret that big, right? Anyway, this is what my dad said really happened. Chuck! Uncle Chuck! Whoa! This is way past cool!
Regardless of Ken Penders being Ken Penders, I don't believe that there would have been a Sonic SatAM movie. During this, Sonic X was the current Sonic TV show, so it would have been stupid to have a movie not connected to the TV show most people are familiar with. Moral of the story, don't trust Ken Penders. In fact, just stay away from him.
You're a poopy head. When we spell it out, you're a poopy head. Lick my balls, you piece of shit nostalgia critic.
Bluecore is a fan film company that made a fan film called Sonic. Yeah, just Sonic. This was made by the same people that worked on their Mega Man film, and this story weirdly combines the Ovi Kintobor origin story with the canon based off of Archie's Sonic. In this film, Ovi Kintobor turns into Ivo Robotnik, who is played by DJ Hazard. Yes, that is his name, I did the research. And declares war on Mobius. Oh my god, James Rolfe. And starts by killing all intelligent life on South Island and taking over Station Square. 3 weeks in, gun soldiers, one of which being the nostalgia critic, encounters badniks and a surviving South Islander, Sonic the Hedgehog, played by Julia White, who hasn't voiced the character since Sonic Underground. Robotnik also catches wind and says that he needs more Chaos Emeralds. Sonic then goes to Green Hill Zone with Knuckles. Oh, they gave him fingers! While Knuckles threatens Sonic in the background. This isn't the best fan film, but having Julia White come back as Sonic is honestly pretty great. And the designs of Sonic and Knuckles looks weird, but that can be forgiven because the budget probably wasn't that big. But the weird design choices, like giving like them weird looking mouths, shiny thick quills, and the fingers. Honestly, Robotnik is really good in this, and I have no issues with him besides using the weird Ovi Kintobor story. It's only 18 minutes, and you're not wasting a lot of time. And the company that's made this made a FNAF and Ghostbusters fan film, so take that for what it's worth too. Big shocker that this is the category. Anyway, Sega released Night of the Living Werehog, animated by Marza, which are gods in Sonic animation. In this, a ghost girl collects pictures of people being scared and orders 2 of her ghost minions to get pictures of people who enter the house. Meanwhile, Sonic and Chip head to the house to spend the night. Then the ghosts start repeatedly harassing and scaring Chip and giving the ghost girl the pictures. This goes on until they take photos of Sonic, who isn't scared in any of the photos. They attempt to take a picture of Sonic, but he turns into the Werehog. The ghosts are scared out of their minds and embarrass themselves with their latest batch of photos, being just embarrassing photos of themselves. They then plot to defeat Sonic and take a picture of him once and for all. A battle ensues between the ghost and Sonic, in which the ghost soon takes the upper hand. The plan starts falling apart when the ghosts bicker about who gets to take the photo, giving Sonic enough time to send them into the Shadow Realm, causing them to accidentally take a photo of Sonic in the process. The camera falls and creates a photo in front of the ghost girl. She becomes smitten over Sonic, and noticing how Chip and Sonic are best buds, she pretends to be Chip in order to have a photo of her and the Werehog together. Also, Chip is kidnapped and gagged. This short is really well animated. Despite having 0 dialogue, it tells a pretty good story. God, the animation is Pixar levels of quality. And speaking of Disney animation...
Whiffy? Or wifey? Well, it's either wiffle ball or an arranged marriage game.
It's actually pronounced Wi-Fi, Ralph.
Yeah, that's what I said.
In WreckIt Ralph and Ralph Breaks the Internet, Sonic appears as himself, voiced by Roger Craig Smith. Sonic is mostly relegated to fun short cameos in the movie, but apparently Sega was very specific on how he was portrayed in the movie, down to how he should lose his rings. Overall, he's a pretty good addition in the first movie, and probably the only good thing in the second movie. Sonic is one of the characters in Ready Player One. He isn't a notable character like in WreckIt Ralph, but it's neat that he's in the film. Too bad Ready Player One sucked. I'm not 100% on this story, but Apparently, Sony started work on the original Sonic movie we see today in 2016, with Tom, played by Chris Pratt, and Sonic, played by Sam Vincent. A fight between Neil M. Mortis and Tom Rothman over Passengers caused Neil to leave Sony in favor of Paramount. A turnaround happened, and the film rights were given to Paramount in 2017. A leaked poster shows Chris Pratt as Tom, and Sonic with a design that kinda looks similar to his current movie design, just a bit more realistic and with different shoes. The movie would have probably just been the same, both different actors, and a different design for Sonic, but considering what the Paramount version went through, I don't think it would have done as good in the box office. After getting the rights to make a Sonic movie, Paramount went to work. Jeff Fowler was brought on to direct the movie from Shadow the Hedgehog and Go for Broke fame. Now, before I talk about the film, I have to talk about the ugly elephant in the room. The first trailer for the first movie had a pretty ugly Sonic design, which gave Sonic a more realistic look. This look gave Sonic smaller eyes, white hands, a giant mouth with human teeth, raggedy Nike sneakers, a white belly, and realistic limbs. The internet was furious about this, and the redesigns kept flooding in. After the immense backlash, Paramount took the bold move and decided to redesign Sonic, with Sonic artist Tyson Hesse being brought on to help. And after reanimating and redesigning the character, and a studio shutting down, Sonic now looked more like Sonic, and more expressive to boot. Our luck has shifted, and the internet rejoiced. This whole debacle is probably the main reason why the film performed the way it did. Both films did extremely well in the box office, and you can currently watch Sonic 1 and 2 on Paramount Plus or Epix now. Sonic the Hedgehog, Ben Schwartz, is a cool and radical hedgehog who had to suffer the loss of his mother and years of loneliness, as he's not allowed to interact with humans, or else he'll be sent to the Mushroom Planet. While living in Green Hills, Sonic, being a little stalker, spies on Tom and Maddie Wachowski, played by James Marsden and Tika Sumpter respectively. Tom is a cop in Green Hills who wants to move to San Francisco for more action, and Maddie is Green Hills' finest veterinarian. After playing baseball by himself again, Sonic starts to run out of frustration due to his loneliness and causes a power outage in which the government sends out Dr. Robotnik, Jim Carrey, and Agent Stone, Lee Majdoub, to investigate. Also, I'm sorry if I butchered that name. Tom finds Sonic, and after some hoopla, shoots him with a tranquilizer. Sonic, in his daze, accidentally drops his rings, which are portal devices, through a ring portal to San Francisco. And after some more hoopla, Tom agrees to help Sonic get his rings and leave Earth. But Robotnik soon becomes aware of their plan and chases after them. And after a bar fight, an encounter with Robotnik, and telling Maddie about Sonic, they finally make it to San Francisco. However, Robotnik decides to go against the government and use Sonic's power all for himself. Robotnik uses one of Sonic's fallen quills and becomes just as fast as him. Sonic, knowing the danger, sends Maddie and Tom back to Green Hills and leads Robotnik on a wild goose chase around the world that ends in Green Hills. Unfortunately, Robotnik is able to gain the upper hand, but with the help of Tom and the other Green Hills people, Sonic pulls through and finally beats Robotnik. And at the end, sends Robotnik to the Mushroom Planet, deciding to stay in Green Hill with Tom and Maddie and live a better life, with Tom and Maddie soon becoming Sonic's new parents. After the San Francisco incident, Gunn is formed and gives the Wachowskis an Olive Garden gift card to hush up about Sonic. While on the Mushroom Planet, Robotnik slowly grows more insane than before, and with Sonic's quill, he tries to create a portal back home, but accidentally causes an explosion, which knocks him out. A ring portal opens up, and Robotnik wakes up and defeats 3 chicken people until Knuckles, Idris Elba, walks through. He questions Robotnik about the quill, and Robotnik strikes a deal, and tells Knuckles in exchange for going back home. Sonic is then shown destroying Seattle in an attempt to stop a robbery. Tom finds out and gives Sonic a Wachowski family special, and that he still has some growing up to do, and that the moment will come when he's needed again. Tails, Colleen O'Shaughnessy, shows up with the intent on finding Sonic, and steals a police car in the process. Maddie and Tom go to Hawaii for a boring wedding subplot and leave Sonic home alone. While Sonic is hanging out with his dog, Robotnik shows up and has Knuckles almost kill Sonic. The reason being because Knuckles wants the ultimate power from Sonic, until Tails rams into Knuckles and saves Sonic. And after being chased by Knuckles, Tails sends both a police car and Knuckles off a cliff and head to the Wade Cave. Wade is hopeful that a woman would actually see the Wade Cave. And after encountering some hoopla with his map, Sonic discovers that the owl and echidnas hated one another, and that Longclaw gave Sonic the duty of watching over the Master Emerald after her death. The map then shows Siberia, where a compass to the Master Emerald is located. Sonic and Tails soon head to Siberia via a portal ring, while we then return to Knuckles and Eggman. Robotnik's on a lawnmower and strikes another deal with Knuckles, in that he knows about Earth and will help Knuckles find the Master Emerald, but ultimately plans to use the Master Emerald for himself. Sonic heads to Siberia, and after dancing to Uptown Funk, snowboarding, sympathy, and getting captured and escaping from Gun, the final location of the Master Emerald is revealed, and Robotnik and Knuckles were able to get to it first. Tails becomes unconscious from the Siberian adventure they had, and Sonic feels immense guilt over it. He is then determined to get to the Emerald. While Knuckles and Robotnik have a bit of trouble going through the booby traps, Sonic blasts through and confronts them. Knuckles and Sonic proceed to fight while Robotnik gets the Master Emerald. Robotnik then uses the Emerald's powers and travels to Green Hill, while Sonic and Knuckles are left to die. Both Sonic and Knuckles manage to escape and have a heart-to-heart conversation, where Sonic gives Knuckles a Wachowski family special. Tails then rescues Sonic and Knuckles in the tornado, and they head to Green Hills. Robotnik then uses the Master Emerald to build a giant Death Egg robot, or Egg Robot since there isn't a Death Egg. Sonic, Tails, and Knuckles both plan and successfully remove the Master Emerald from the robot. Unfortunately, the Emerald then breaks into the Chaos Emeralds, as the Chaos Emeralds were used to make up the Master Emerald. Sonic then uses the power of the Chaos Emeralds and turns into Super Sonic and defeats Robotnik once and for all. The film ends with Sonic finally able to play baseball with his friends and family. Also, the movie hits on Shadow being in the third movie. And that in Sonic Drone Home, Sonic fights a badnik that's weirdly into poetry. Honestly, this movie has much better writing than some of the latest Sonic games, i.e. Sonic Forces is the biggest issue here. And that it fixes some characters like Knuckles, who've recently just been delegated to Sonic's dumb friend than the guardian he used to be. Knuckles here is a warrior/guardian and is more naive than anything, but is proven to be smart. Another thing I like is that the human characters are pretty good, unlike most live-action animated hybrids. All in all, I really enjoyed these movies. If you're a Sonic fan, you'll definitely love these, but as a casual viewer, it might be average for you. You might have noticed that I didn't bring up a certain Disney movie while discussing about Sonic in the Disney segment. Well, I wanted to save that one for last because it's very, very recent and very, very wild. Ugly Sonic, voiced by Tim Robinson, is a character in the new Chip 'n Dale Rescue Rangers movie. What sets this apart from WreckIt Ralph is that this isn't Sonic. Ugly Sonic is a separate being from Sonic. And he is also a washed-up actor, which helps the audience see how much of a washed-up actor Dale is. Ugly Sonic then talks about how the people like him for who he is and that he's going to have a successful reality show with the FBI, Ugly Sonic, Uglier Crimes. In both this scene and a later scene, Sonic seems to have lied about having a show with the FBI, and tells Dale that all will be revealed. Fast forward to the end of the movie, and Ugly Sonic, with the FBI, helped Chip and Dale defeat Sweet Pea, showing that he did have a show after all, and is getting his life in order.
You got a Snoopy ear!
I think that covers every film appearance of Sonic the Hedgehog the character. I know I might have not gotten to every nook and cranny, but it was an effort. I hope you all enjoyed the video, and goodbye.